Mikki Jamison was a television and film actress best known for portraying the character of Officer Jim Reed's wife on the classic 1968 cop drama Adam 12. Though Mikki was later replaced in the role after taking off to Paris with her second husband and starting a family, her portrayal of the character remained the most memorable in the eyes of fans. Mikki returned to Hollywood for a little bit after her second marriage dissolved, though she never had a role more iconic than Officer Jim Reed's wife. Tragically, she passed away from a car crash in 2013. Join Facts First as we explore what happened to Mikki Jamison. Mikki Jamison was born in Spokane, Washington on November 13, 1942. During her teen years, she attended Lewis and Clark High School, which was located in her hometown. After graduating, Mikki moved out to California with dreams of becoming a star. During her time there, she furthered her education by attending LA City College while trying to get a foothold in the entertainment industry. She lived in the Hollywood Studio Club, which was a dormitory for aspiring young actresses. She also got a job at the Pasadena Playhouse, which helped her make some connections. By 1962, at the age of 20, Mikki was signed with Warner Brothers. That year, the studio named Mikki their Hollywood Deb's star, meaning the studio saw quite a bit of potential in the young actress. While the title of Hollywood Deb's star carried some weight, Mikki's career sadly didn't end up making good on its promise. It seemed as if the young actress was poised for success, but she never quite found the right role to make her a star. Still, the actress worked diligently for the years she was in Hollywood and gave every role her all. Some of her most notable works during the 60s included the films Beach Ball and Ski Party. Both were produced by American International Pictures and released in 1965. The former was a beach picture, while the latter was a comedy about skiing featuring movie star Frankie Avalon. In 1964, Mikki had received what she thought was going to be her big break when she was cast as the character of Veronica in a live-action TV show based on the Archie comic book series. A pilot for the series was filmed, but ended up being rejected by the networks. Several years later, in 1970, the Archie comic book spin-off series Josie and the Pussycats was adapted into a successful animated show from Hanna-Barbera. In addition to Mikki Jamison as Veronica, the live-action Archie pilot featured actress Cheryl Holdridge as Betty, Mary Grace Canfield as Miss Grundy, Roland Winters as Mr. Weatherby, and William Schallert and Jean Vanderpill as Archie's mom and dad. Mikki was devastated when the pilot didn't get picked up, and she remained anxious for another opportunity of the same caliber. It was with this attitude that Mikki received her role on Adam 12. The defining role of her career came in 1970 when she was cast to play the wife of Officer Jim Reed. Officer Jim Reed was the main character of the seminal cop drama Adam 12, which premiered in 1968. Actor Kent McCord, who's still alive today, played the character of Officer Jim Reed. Like Mikki, Kent has remained best known for his time on Adam 12. But his role proved to be quite a bit bigger than hers. Still, Mikki made the part of Jean Reed her own. Although Mikki was replaced after only playing the character 3 times, hers remains the most iconic portrayal of Jim's wife on the series. The final time Mikki Jamison played Officer Reed's wife was in an episode called A Rare Occasion. The episode depicted a rare occasion indeed, as the plot revolved around Officer Jim Reed and his wife introducing their new baby to their friends and co-workers. Of course, they were also introducing the baby to the audience. Although Mikki Jamison would never return to play the role of Jean Reed again after the episode, both Jim's wife and his new baby played major roles on the show for the remainder of its airing. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like, and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already, and stick around for more about Mikki Jamison. Mikki Jamison may not have appeared as the character of Jean Reed more than 3 times over the course of Adam 12's run, but she took the role much more seriously than most others would have. After the failure of the Archie pilot, Mikki knew she was going to have to go above and beyond to make an impression on the creative team of Adam 12. The show had a huge emphasis on the motor vehicles that its police officers used to get around, and stars Kent McCord and Martin Milner were thought to be car buffs. Mikki knew that if she wanted to hold her own on set amongst the boys, she was going to have to know a thing or two about cars herself. To impress her new co-stars on Adam 12, she decided she needed to attend an auto mechanics class. Mikki ended up doing incredibly well in the class, but she didn't tell the rest of the cast and crew of Adam 12 about it. Instead, she just waited for a moment when she could put her newfound automotive knowledge to good use, which came one day when her on-screen husband, Kent McCord, was complaining about the brakes not feeling right on his fancy luxury sports car. Mikki suggested that her co-star tighten them, to which he replied he didn't know how. Thankfully, Mikki did. Apparently, Mikki became so sufficient during her days in the auto mechanics class that she could take apart and rebuild a carburetor like it was nothing. Because of this, the actress had no problem helping her supposedly macho co-star tighten his brakes. Mikki asked her co-star for a screwdriver and a tire jack, and she set about tightening Kent's brakes for him better than they'd ever been tightened. Mikki then attempted to show Kent how to do it himself, though it remains uncertain if he was quite as fast of a learner as Mikki. Mikki quite enjoyed her time portraying Jean Reed on Adam 12, but she ended up having to quit the gig because her second husband wanted to take her to Paris. She ended up being replaced by actress Kristen Harmon. Audiences didn't take to Kristen quite as much in the role as they had Mikki, but the new actress certainly tried her best. Kristen passed away in 2018 and had become a successful painter after Adam 12 ended. Before quitting Adam 12 to head to Paris, Mikki had already been married once. Her first husband was Jimmy Griffin, whom she married in 1963. They divorced in '68, shortly before Adam 12. While Mikki had learned how to take apart and rebuild a carburetor for her role on Adam 12, she did a much different type of learning for her second husband. Mikki's second husband, John Trueblood, insisted his wife be an excellent cook. Because of this, Mikki set about learning not only how to cook, but also how to grow and manage her very own vegetable garden. Despite all the work Mikki put into pleasing her second husband, their marriage didn't last any longer than her first. But they did have one child before Mikki returned back to Hollywood in 1974. That child is son Jamie, who remained her only child until her 2013 death. Mikki remarried twice and was married to a man named John Rovtar at the time of her death. They married in 1992. After returning to Hollywood from Paris, Mikki resumed working in the industry for a period of time before giving it up and finding a more traditional line of work. Her most prominent role after her return was on Wonder Woman. Later, she moved back to her hometown of Spokane, Washington, and became a real estate broker. In her final years, Mikki loved spending time with her 3 grandchildren and was reportedly hard at work cleaning out an old boat so she could take them out on the lakes of her home state. Sadly, she passed away in a car accident before she got the job done. She was 68 years old. Although she never got the breakout role she desired in Hollywood, she still seems to have lived a fairly peaceful and fulfilling life. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that the actress who played Jean Reed on Adam 12 was replaced, or did you think it was the same person the whole time? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.